Hi, Trevor here, reflecting on life through music. Thank you for stopping by. Well, I trust you enjoyed my last video on comedic genius Charlie Chaplin. And through that song that he wrote, Smile, we looked about how we can be a positive difference in this world. In our small part of it. So I trust you found that one encouraging. Well, we're going on to a guy today, Dino Paul Cratetti, a very much Italian father and Italian-American mother. 1917, born in Steubenville, Ohio. This guy is been dubbed the king of cool, such silky smooth vocals. Just does not get much better than this guy for his vocal technique. The guy we're talking about is Dean Martin, movie, music, TV legend. He got his start when he met Jerry Lewis in 1946, and Martin and Lewis got formed at that point, and certainly between 1949 and 1956, there were actually 17 movies. These guys were actually in very big demand and probably didn't get much bigger than these guys. In fact, there were 5 movies in 1952. That just gives you a bit of an indication of how busy these guys were. The incredible thing about Martin and Lewis, of course, Dean Martin, the suave, sophisticated, good-looking bloke with just a silky, beautiful, silky, smooth voice that this guy's got. And then we've got the uncanny, weird-voiced Jerry Lewis. The two of those two together basically were a bit of a compelling combination, and they're able to play to each other's strengths. They did actually kind of split up between 1956. But after Martin and Lewis, Dean Martin well and truly had established his career. There were many, many movies in his own right and TV appearances. And you must remember that also part of this guy's career, he was part of the Rat Pack, which is the iconic Las Vegas Dean Martin and Frank Sinatra and Sammy Davis Jr. and others, very much a staple on the Las Vegas circuit. And between 1953 and 1983, there were 33 studio albums, 30 compilation albums, 1 EP, 108 singles, and 5 box sets. So there we go, pretty significant. He's received 3 stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and he's also received a Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award. And he's also won a Golden Globe for his 1965 TV debut on the Dean Martin Show. That actually went for 264 episodes, finishing it in 1974. So very much a staple of the Hollywood Las Vegas circuit and very much an American icon, this guy we're talking about today. Dean unfortunately did leave us in 1995 at the age of 78. And certainly even now with the Martin family, they would be thinking back on this guy, this just legend, Dean Martin. Of course, he was in that movie Ocean's 11, where this is the first Ocean's 11 with just so many stars. He just had this suaveness about him. Now, we might as well get on to the clips now, and we'll look a little bit about Dean Martin in a second. So we've got probably his signature tune, Everybody Loves Somebody Sometime, from 1964, or Everybody Loves Somebody Sometime. No, we're not doing him justice, but very much the way that he was able to hold on to his lines for such a long time, but just the way he was able to just bring in that beautiful resonance to his voice, the way that he was able to just kind of you hung on every syllable for this guy. It was just beautiful. And so everybody loves somebody sometime. Absolutely. But such a perfect observation of life, really, because everybody does love somebody sometime, even if it's a significant other, which is probably what this song is more talking about, or your friends, for family. Love is just one of these compelling forces of nature that makes the world go round, and he's really just saying that, well, hey, everybody loves somebody sometime. Love is a common human experience. Do you think we actually even understand it though? Do we think we understand this mystery that is love? Well, we do. Sometimes relationships end and we go scratch our head thinking, well, what happened to love? Well, it wasn't love that was the problem, it was the relationship that was the problem. So there we go. But we learn about, as we go, our interaction with love and the way that love actually, and how we deal with love when it comes up again. So we've got everybody loves somebody sometime, you know. This is a live TV performance from him, and it's good to see some backup vocalists in there as well. We've then got a very flirtatious clip. Now, I think this one came from the Dean Martin show. Catherine Valente, French-Italian singer, loves the bossa nova, plays guitar really, really well. Now, when you watch this clip, this is the other thing about Dean Martin. He had charisma and charm in spades. As I said, also dubbed the King of Cool. And so women just kind of wanted to flirt back because it was Dean Martin. And of course, here we've got this beautiful little clip where these two are kind of just really getting into the zone of the song, but there's a little bit more going on here as well. This is the charm of Dean Martin, and I'm sure that you've got asked to be on the Dean Martin show as a woman, you're going, wow, okay, this is going to be pretty cool. So I've got this beautiful little clip and sort of a bit of comedy and a bit of everything that's thrown in there. I saw Dean Martin was renowned for his comedy as well. Of course, if you're going to be doing anything with Dean Lewis and the Rat Pack, you've got to have comedy in there as well. And, you know, Dean Martin certainly was that. So I've got this cute little clip with Catherine Valente. Now, we can't talk about Dean Martin without talking about Jerry Lewis and featuring a couple of clips from him. We've got the movie The Caddy. Now, there's a couple of clips from this movie coming up. This came out in 1953, kind of nearing the end of these guys' partnership, but this is a pretty amazing movie because we've got That's Amore. And, you know, in typical Dean Martin style, you know, sing a song for Mama. Oh, I don't want it. Then he just goes into it and he just hits that voice straight away. And you think, oh, Dean Martin's singing. I wish I could sing as good as this guy can. And of course, while Dean's doing his beautiful, sophisticated kind of thing, we've got Jerry Lewis with his voice. You know, that sort of voice that he's got, you know, and, you know, it's very much a trademark for Jerry Lewis. And as he's like, when Dean Martin's doing his thing, Jerry Lewis is talking about all the other things love can be, and Dean Martin just says, that's Amore. This is the classic thing about Martin and Lewis. You know, Martin, Dean Martin with his incredible voice, he would just kind of, you know, get carried away by Jerry Lewis's slapstick. Dean Martin was very much a straight guy, and Jerry Lewis very much the funny guy of this duo. And so I've got a really cute song from That's Amore, just a beautiful family clip. The girlfriends are in there as well, and the whole thing's just a really beautiful, quite compelling thing. But I put that clip in there because it really does typify the partnership of these guys and what made these guys tick, the suaveness and the quirkiness. There will never be anyone like Martin and Lewis ever again. And from the same movie, we've got What Would I Do Without You? What would you do? What would you do? Well, I'd do this and I'd do that and I'd do something else. I'm guessing this is probably typifying where this partnership was at this particular moment as well. And I think they're being quite honest here. But here we get to see how clever these guys actually were, how they bounced off each other. Their dance moves, what we can say about that. But when you put a little bit of falling and stumbling in there as well, is absolutely compelling. And these guys are actually able to do that really well. And, you know, and they were an impeccable duo on stage and really just bounced off each other really well. So we've got What Would I Do Without You? What would I do? What would I do? So we've got that one there as well. We're going back to the golden age of screen here, pretty much, you know, and, you know, things were live on stage and all the rest of it. So we've got 4 clips today. Now, to sum Dean Martin up, what can we say? Comedy, incredible singing voice, movie actor, television, Suave, sophistication, cool. This was what Dean Martin was. Now, this is a guy who knew who he was, a guy who knew what the world needed him to be, a guy that was also not scared to put his own stamp on the world as well, which made him such a compelling act from 1940 onwards. He's a guy that wasn't scared to be himself, and because of that, and as we discovered with Frank Sinatra a little while back, you know, they did it their way. They did it in a way that they knew the world needed and the world demanded of these two. So Dean Martin, legend, comedian, legend, singer, movie actor, the whole thing. This was who was the amazing Dean Martin. So let's not be scared to be ourselves. Now, the links to those 4 clips are in the description below, and I've also included my last video from Charlie Chaplin. We've got a bit of a legend theme going on at the moment. And we're going to go on to another screen legend next time, and that is Doris Day. So until then, I'll catch you around. Bye for now.